what's going on, guys? This is Aiden back with another video. We're all in quarantine and we're just all bored out of our minds, so I thought I would do a tier list and rank all of the Marvel movies. So I'm going to start off from the top right here with Iron Man. And I think I would give this movie most likely an A. I think Iron Man was a great way to start off a cinematic universe. And I just love the character of Tony Stark, and I think Robert Downey Jr. does a great job playing him. Next, we are going to do Captain America: The First Avenger. And again, I think Chris Evans is perfect for the role. I love this movie, and I think it was a perfect introduction to Captain America, and I would put it in the B slot. For Iron Man 2, I gotta say this used to be one of my favorite Marvel films, but with all the others, and after rewatching it again, I would have to put it in the D slot most likely. For Thor, I love his spiritual journey throughout this film, and that's why I would most likely put it in the B slot with Captain America: The First Avenger. For the Avengers, this is a pretty hard one for me because it's one of the best ones, but I don't know if it stands up today with all of the other Marvel films that have come out. I would say the Avengers would go in the A slot. A few people may be mad about that, but I'd say it doesn't beat some of the other movies that are coming. Iron Man 3 is next, and I would say this would go in the C slot. Again, I don't think it would stand up to some of the now new Marvel movies that have come out, so I think it's perfect for a C rating. Thor: The Dark World, I'm not that huge of a fan of it. I would have to put it in the D slot with Iron Man 2. Captain America: The Winter Soldier would have to go in an A slot. I love it. I love seeing Black Widow in a Captain America film and how they're putting all these heroes together. And Guardians of the Galaxy was great to introduce all these new characters. And in my opinion, it honestly goes in the S tier. I think Guardians of the Galaxy was one of the best Marvel films and deserves to be in the S tier. Next we have Ant-Man. A lot of people think Ant-Man is one of the worst Marvel films. I think it's a little underrated. I would put it most likely in the B slot. Again, it's pretty good, but it doesn't stand up to some of the other ones that Marvel has made. Captain America: Civil War is just an instant S tier for me. I love Captain America: Civil War and seeing how these heroes who've always been friends fight, and what the conflict is, and how it leads up to Avengers: Infinity War. Next is Doctor Strange, and I'm going to be honest, I don't like this film really. I would put this in some of my bottom Marvel movies. It's just, I didn't like the final credit scene at the end. I didn't like the villains. I think they could have done way better with the villains. I like Doctor Strange as a character, but I would have to put this in the C tier. I'm happy for the people who did like this film, but I just didn't, and I hope that the Multiverse of Madness will be better. For Guardians of the Galaxy 2, however, I liked this one. I would put it most likely in the B spot with Ant-Man, Thor, and Captain America: The First Avenger. It was pretty good. It doesn't stand up to the first one, but I still liked it. Spider-Man: Homecoming. I liked seeing Spider-Man and how he grew and becomes later an Avenger. I like seeing his character development throughout this movie, and I love the villain of Vulture and how it's about choice and identity. So I love Spider-Man: Homecoming. Thor: Ragnarok. Now, I was surprised that I heard that a few people didn't like this film. I thought most people liked it, and I personally liked it. Don't think it's an S tier. I did like the comedy aspect of it, though. I think that's what many people didn't like about it, but I liked the comedy, and I liked it, and I think it was a pretty good Marvel film, in my opinion. Black Panther, I think, is overrated. I think it's a good film still, but I think it's still overrated. If I would pick, I would have to put it in the B tier, most likely. Avengers: Infinity War. This is my favorite movie of all time. I remember seeing this movie on opening night in theaters. I just love this film. I think it's the movie of the decade. Just love it. So I would have to put that in S tier, of course. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think, was a good sequel. I think it was pretty good. I think it could even be better than the first one. But I would say it's probably tied with it, actually. So I'd say Ant-Man and the Wasp is in the B tier. And that's personally where I would put it. Captain Marvel. Now, a lot of people hate this film and a lot of people love it. I'm in the meh, kinda. I would most likely, a lot of people would put this in D, but I have to say, in my opinion, I would put this in the B slot. I personally like this movie, and I thought it was pretty good. I liked that movie. Avengers Age of Ultron. This was a movie I loved when I first saw it, but after a few other screenings, I just didn't like it. Ultron was nothing like the comics, and I think they could have done him way better, and I think they had a missed opportunity there. So I would have to put that in C slot, definitely. For Spider-Man Far From Home, I think this was actually better than Homecoming, but I would put it in the A slot, probably. I liked Mysterio and the Nick Fury twist there at the end, and I just love that film. And we're on our final Marvel movie, that is Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame is probably just, it has to go in the S tier. It just has to. And we have our tier list. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm going to keep trying out these tier list videos. I enjoy them. And I hope you guys do too. So I'll see you all later. Have a good day and stay safe.